Today I'm going to change out an O2 sensor on an 05 Dodge van 3.8 liter V6. I rented the tools from O'Reilly's and it was $29.99 to rent. You get your full deposit back when you return it. I'm going to use a breaker bar. And on this particular vehicle, the O2 sensor is straight back. And it's going to be a little hard to see. And it's right there where you see those springs. Once you remove that, you're going to follow the wire. And it's going to lead to the side here where there is just a little clip. So you're going to remove this clip, pull it out. I want to pull this spring up. I'm not going to be able to actually get it, but move that out of the way. Now that that's exposed, I'm going to use the 7/8. There are different sizes. This is actually what I need. And this is actually used to slide right over the wires. That's why it has this little opening here. Slide it through the wires and bring it down. Because it's a tight squeeze, this isn't going to work. Hopefully this will. Alright, that bad boy's on there pretty tight, so I'm going to give it a spray of some WD-40. Alright, now that I sprayed the WD-40, I'm going to start the van up. I'm going to let it run for about 10 minutes, kind of get that WD-40 all warmed up and see if it can penetrate a little deeper. Just make it a little easier of a job. You're actually going to want to make sure that you disconnect the battery. If you disconnect the battery while you do it, it should reset itself, and the code should remove itself probably within maybe like 20 to 50 miles. Give it a day or two, but it might not immediately come off. Alright, I was able to get that loose. Finish working on that. Praise the Lord, we had a baby. Didn't really look too bad, but code came up, so to get this unclipped, I'm going to need 2 hands to kind of release that tab. Definitely compare the two. You're going to want some anti-seize thread lubricant and some dielectric grease. Most of them are going to come with a threader already applied on it. I'm going to add a little more of the copper anti-seize right around this ridge. Do not get anything on this top portion. Don't bump it. Don't get it dirty. Be sure not to drop it. Just like you gave birth, treat it like a baby. And you're going to want to put some dielectric grease on this end. Put it a little on your finger, smear it around here, all around the top and the other connector. That's going to actually help from any water or corrosion getting inside of this. This is also going to be your friend, because if you don't use this, it'll get stuck in there, and the person who buys the car or owns it later is going to absolutely hate you. If at any point you have to change it out, you're going to hate yourself for it. So this is absolutely important. It's such an important step. Right, and you're going to want to carefully put it back in. Hoping you guys can see this. Nice and gently. Screw it in manually. Alright, now we got that in nice and pretty. Going to trace this wire back and reconnect this end. You're going to snap it back together exactly how you took it apart. Snap it back into place. And just be sure when you snap it back together, you're going to want to make sure you hear that click. And we're going to go back and we're going to tighten it up. And it's starting to rain. I have just like beat the clock. Alright guys, everything's tightened up. I removed the metal spring from the old wiring and put it back on. Everything's in place. Sorry. Alright. Now I'm going to make sure the battery is reconnected. Alright, started her back up. Plugged in the car MD. Let's see. 0. See that? So I believe that disconnecting the battery while you do this resets the computer. Okay guys, hold up. Hold up. Don't click out of this video just yet. So what happened last night is I got back into the vehicle a couple hours later and started up the car, the van, and the code reappeared. Not only that, but the check engine light came on too. So what I've done is actually had to do a hard reset to the vehicle. Okay, so what I've done is disconnect the negative cable, isolate it. I used a little towel here to just keep it away from the rest of the battery. The positive, so I connected the red connectors from the jumper cables. I'm going to leave that there for probably about 20 minutes to a half an hour. It's been about 20 minutes. Just take these off. Reconnect the negative. Alright, we're going to get back in the car, not start it, but cycle it on. Wait about 10 seconds. Shut it off. Power it back on. Wait about 10 seconds. Shut it off. Power it back on. Alright, now let's give it a start. And we're going to let this run and idle for about 10 minutes as well. And you'll notice right now the check engine light is off. And when you do this, you're going to want to make sure that everything is powered down. Your radio, your AC, everything's powered down so it doesn't drain from the battery while it goes through this process. Alright, it's been about 11 minutes, still no check engine light on. Now I'm going to run it through the cycles, the gear cycles. I'm going to press on the brake, put it into reverse. I'm going to set it here for the 10 seconds. I'm going to go through all of the gears. Okay, we're on the last gear. Put it back into park. Shut her down. Alright, I shut her down for a couple seconds. Get her started back up. No checking engine light on. Idle sounds good. There's no smoking from under the hood like there was. Alright guys, now, for really, I'm sweating and I'm a hot mess, but for really I think that this is it. So we're good. Happy fixins. Now this is the end. Bye guys. And we are good. Happy fixins everybody. I hope this helps.